Once I got into Revelation 13 and the number of the beast of the earth, I immediately received questions and comments about that particular number. And as I said before, early on I made a horrendous mistake when considering numbers. I used Arabic numerals instead of Greek numerals. Luckily, I had not gotten too far into numbers that this would be of great concern. My objection to numerology stems around modern interpretations. Modern scholars can come up with anything from these numbers. Even though some interpretations are more likely than others, numerology looks like a minefield to me. Still, as I was working on my Revelation summary, I was reading some of the works of Irenaeus, and he gives some very interesting insight into the numerology. Irenaeus, in Book 5 of Against Heresies, Chapter 30, states, "Such then being the state of the case, and the number being found in all the most approved and ancient copies of the Apocalypse, immediately a problem pops up. By reasoning about the most approved number, Irenaeus is telling us that there are other interpretations. And those men who saw John face to face bearing the testimony to it, while reason also led us to conclude that the number of the name of the beast, if reckoned according to the Greek mode of calculation by the value of the letters contained in it, will amount to 666. That is, the number of tens shall be equal to the number of hundreds, and the number of hundreds equal to that of the units." Two things should be noted here. Irenaeus appeals to so-called Greek mode of calculation. Irenaeus says the number is 666, but he's also saying it's a calculation. The original text of Revelation 13 probably did not have this number. It simply ended after asking the wise to calculate the number. The calculation itself was left empty. It's like a math problem without the answer. The Revelation author probably didn't write this number. The second thing that should be pointed out is Irenaeus is talking about heresies, so he's going to talk about some stuff that he doesn't believe in. I do not know how it is that some have erred following the ordinary mode of speech and have vitiated the middle number in the name, deducting the amount of 50 from it, so that instead of 6 decads, they will have it that there is but one. So both the calculations 666 and 616 were known to Irenaeus. He says 666 is older, but I can't really take his word on that, and quite frankly, it's irrelevant. The original author of Revelation 13 seems to have left that calculation up to others, which would explain the divergence. Now, Irenaeus says he's certain about the number 666, but that the name derived from this number is a mystery, which really bugs me. This entire number seems to be a circular proposition. You have to know the calculation to get the answer, but if you already have the answer, you don't need the calculation. Explaining this another way, in chapter 13, the beast of the earth appears to be Titus. Now, Titus appears to channel Nero, so what you're looking for is a numerological explanation for Titus or Nero. But if you have the name, you don't need the number, and the original Revelation author probably didn't give the number. He probably left the number a mystery. If you know that the name is Nero or Titus, why bother calculating the name? Irenaeus comes up with several names: Avanthus, Latanos, Tatan, and Titan. The most interesting to me is Titan, but again, Irenaeus seems to be scrambling for this name, and he's only around 100 years from the first Revelation author. Obviously, Irenaeus doesn't seem to have the wisdom required to calculate this name, or he has the wrong number. Something is amiss here, and because of these apparent problems with the earliest known versions of interpretation of the Revelation text, I see no reason to venture too far into this number. The number could be wrong, the modern understanding may not be the ancient understanding, and the original author probably did not give this number. On my earlier mistakes, Irenaeus does clarify one thing. While the Greek numerals are all different by hundreds, tens, and one spot, Irenaeus understands the nature of numbers, that X and C are the same, that 600 and the number 6 are similar. That vindicates my usage of the number in the Roman Kings list, though all iconography still falls apart. X1C can be understood as a modern 616, with X and C being essentially the same number, just in a different slot. That's all I have for now. I'll keep an eye out for numerological references, but at this time I'm inclined to believe that the number mentioned in Revelation 13 is a dead end. It seems to represent later interpretations rather than the first author, and the earliest person to take a crack at it doesn't seem very confident in his understanding of this number.